What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 59 of the Gay Game Podcast, bringing you the hot stakes, latest stories, and spicy picks on New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, international sports. Hosted by yours truly, Alain Vigneault. Join us around on Cunningham, Alex Reich, and Chris Kern. You can see the podcast right now on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Also, we show up on Twitter at GetYourGameUp. With all that said, it's time to get your game on. Guys, I'm tired right now.
Yeah, it's past
been a
Adam's
long
bedtime
day.
today.
It's
Adam's been
time-
jerking off on camera. That's why he's so tired.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's not
Just
even
kidding.
a minute. We're not even a minute in, and we already have a cringy joke from Cunningham.
Yeah,
God
it's gonna be
damn
a long
it.
show.
I was out shopping all day, then I gotta come on and listen to Cunningham be a lunatic.
You love me. Shut up, bitch. You love me.
That is true. That is true.
I make this show interesting.
That is true. That is true.
Listen, little boy. I'm tired of seeing your ass cracked. So fix those pants. Thank you.
Oh, I feel like we just need to really get into the show.
Let's
go.
All right,
Really.
let's go.
Really goes off the rails.
Shut up, bitch. I am the show.
He has a point. He has a point. But
It is not the
NFL
show.
Week 13 just wrapped up, and we're gonna talk about the two New York teams later on. We definitely will. But I just gotta start off with that Bills Patriots game. I just want to say, and this kind of goes to the two New York teams. Look what the Patriots have done this season, man. Straight up after missing the playoffs last year. What did they go 6-10, I believe.
Not sure what record was, but they were decent. But they want anything crazy.
Exactly. And look like they were going to be a part of a rebuilding year. 1 year later, they add Mac Jones, and now they're right now the best team in the AFC. And I think it just makes what we're seeing right now with the two New York football teams that much more pathetic, because they always say, "Oh, it's a rebuild. Give them time." The Giants have been what 5 years, and the past 5 years, and their best season was 6-10. The past 5 years, the Jets' best season was 7-9. It's just, and you look at the Patriots, in 1 year, they're right now back at the top of the AFC. It's nuts, man. They won 7 straight. Yes, they got off to a slow start, but man, I mean, and you really gotta give all the credit in the world to Bill Belichick. I mean, the guy has proven that if he's not the greatest head coach of all time, he's definitely a close second. He's definitely I don't think there's any debate about that anymore.
Yeah, I mean he's done an insane job. I mean this they struggled last year for a few different reasons, and Mac Jones has really provided stability at the quarterback spot. But I think the bigger thing is the pieces they added defensively. Matthew Judon's been sensational, and they just got healthy on that side of the ball as well. And I think a lot of people, I mean, they weren't expected to be this good, but I feel like they were thought of as a clear playoff contender this season. So 7 straight and the way they play is absolutely surprising. But I'm not personally shocked by this. But I just think they're just a solid football team. They're just sticking to fundamentals. They're running the ball, and just the defense is elite, and that's the Patriots we know. And even without Brady, they've moved on and they're fine moving forward. But the defense is special.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, that defense is something else, and I really feel and I've heard a lot of people. This is actually interesting. I've heard people say this. Let's say you could take any of the rookie quarterbacks in this draft class. You could take Fields. You could take Trevor Lawrence. You could take Zach Wilson. You could take who is he? Trey Lance. How would they do right now, like if they were in Mac Jones' situation. That's still disrespect to Mac Jones. He's obviously playing very
100%.
solid football, but I really feel like Mac Jones is the type of guy where he just ended up in a perfect situation.
Oh, he did. I mean, it's also he's also the best quarterback for this system. I don't think
Yeah.
no other
I
rookie
also think
would have done
that
as
that
well
I also
in
think
this spot.
that's part of it too,
Yeah,
because
like this spot fits him better, and it's exactly
like
what he needed.
Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence. I don't think they would fit the system as good as Mac Jones fits a Belichick system.
Yeah, and the reason Mac Jones had a lot of late buzz going into the draft, I don't know if you guys remember, but a lot of people thought the Niners might take him at 3, and it was because he ended up dropping to be the 5th pick or to the pass, but whatever. It was because he was thought of as the most NFL ready prospect, and he's clearly shown that.
Oh yeah,
he's coming
definitely.
in being really solid. He's running the offense exactly how it needs to be done, and he's doing his job perfectly. And it's the Patriots have their guy to move forward with, and he's
no
going to be their quarterback for the next decade plus.
He's unlike what the Giants are going through. What the Giants are going through it now with Daniel Jones. The Patriots, though, Mac Jones is their guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I'd be shocked if he's not their guy going forward. I'd be shocked. But yeah, this one thing that was about this past. One thing that was very interesting about this past game is the passing or lack thereof. I forget if you saw this stat. Mac Jones threw the football 3 times this past game.
It's crazy.
I think that's Bill Belichick being the genius that he is, and he knows that the conditions for that game were not ideal for throwers.
Yeah, they were not.
It was not ideal for throwers, especially like Mac Jones, who it was obviously a great quarterback, but he doesn't really have the biggest arm in the world.
No,
really relies more on his accuracy. So so Bill Belichick knows that to win this game, he's got to rely on the ground game, and boy did the Patriots running game, show up big. I mean,
really good.
Stevenson had a big game. Damian Harris had a monster game with that one big touchdown run. And oh my god, that was nuts. No target. I don't want to hear about your advertisement.
That's the one thing about the Bills that is very worrisome, because I feel like a lot of people have just assumed the Bills will get it together because they have a good roster, but they are really bad up front on both sides of the ball.
I thought
that's not a recipe.
I thought this game was going to be the game where the Bills would finally get together, and obviously that wasn't the case.
I don't think they will. So they don't run the ball well, and they don't stop the run great, and it's tough. It's tough to win the playoffs doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, they still got time. I mean, they'll pass it off. They'll get going. Josh Allen, they have the weapons offensively, and they still have a good defense. But I don't see how they can beat Patriots in this type of situation. And there's multiple other teams where I think they can get dominated by in a similar game.
Yeah, we'll get to the rest of them sooner. But join us a little late. You've had some Wi-Fi issues there, but he's back. Marcellus Murdock, how we doing?
All right, yes. Yeah, I'm back.
We back in the saddle. We all ganging up in there.
But Marcellus, we were talking about that Bills Patriots game, and it's just unbelievable what the Patriots.
Weren't the Bills the favorite? Weren't the Bills the favorite to win this game?
They were the favorite, yeah. They were the favorite, and
on FanDuel,
I thought this was gonna be the game where the Bills were gonna bounce back, but I was obviously wrong. I mean, really if you look what the Patriots have done, there's no more excuses for these two New York football teams to not get their what together, because they've been rebuilding for what?
Adam,
a decade. The Giants have been rebuilding for what? 5 years. The Patriots turned around in one season. They only had one losing season, and then bam, they're right back to being at the top of the AFC. It's nuts. I mean, yes, they have the greatest coach of all time in Bill Belichick, and he obviously deserves all the credit in the world for this, but still,
Adam, I agree with you. We all know Bill Belichick is probably the second greatest coach of all time. I think he's not the best. I say the best coach of all time is Vince Lombardi. We already know that.
It's clearly between those two.
Yeah.
It's Lombardi, Belichick.
I really feel like if Bill Belichick wins the Super Bowl without Tom Brady, then I think he'll surpass Lombardi, though.
That's a big risk.
I'm good with that.
If the Patriots win, I'll say Bill Bel. Instead they calling it the Lombardi Trophy, they got to call it the Belichick Trophy.
Okay.
They almost have to at that point.
That's what you got to change.
It will feel a little dirty not calling it the Lombardi Trophy, though.
Yeah, it's not been changed.
I mean, Alex, you had your hand raised.
So what are your thoughts on Buffalo heading into next week?
Who are they playing next week?
They play Buffalo. One second.
I think I got it right here.
Tampa Bay.
They play Tampa Bay. Oh.
They're going to get smacked around. I think they might get embarrassed.
Put them like a rad dog.
On the road, too. The Tampa Bay on the road.
We're going to find out. We're going to know what the Bills and what they got.
Bills are playing in Tampa?
I think, dude, the Bills will have like.
Yeah, let's look at the Bills' schedule.
They won't be able to run the ball at all. They won't be able to stop the run.
All right, so they got the Buccaneers.
Good.
That's a loss. So then they become 7-6. Then they got the Panthers at home. They better be able to beat the Panthers. Then they got the Patriots on the road. I mean,
Gillette Stadium, good luck. They're not winning.
Yeah, good. It's hard for me to. It feels kind of dirty saying they're going to lose both games at Patriots, but you know what?
Tough.
I'm gonna mark that as loss. So then
we all know.
It's over what 8-7.
The most hardest place to win in football is at Gillette Stadium. Yeah. We already know.
Then they got the Falcons, and then they got the Jets. So I say it looks like the Bills are going to finish going 10-7.
So it would still be a major shock if they missed the playoffs.
Yeah, they're going to make the playoffs. I'd be shocked if they didn't. Yeah, because then if you're saying they're going to miss the playoffs, then they would pretty much have to lose to one of Carolina, Falcons, or the Jets, which is not happening.
I mean, 10-7 isn't a sure thing to get in, but that should be enough.
Yeah, 10-7 should be enough. I mean, I'd be surprised if it isn't.
But however, boys, I remember the Arizona Cardinals in 2009 were 4-9 in the playoffs, and they went to the Super Bowl as a wild card. So anything is possible in football.
Not quite.
True.
Exactly correct, but like there's been some lower teams for sure.
You guys didn't know that? They were like they won 4 games that year and they made it to the Super Bowl.
Not quite sure that's true.
Look it up.
They did not win 4 games.
They won 4 or 5 games, 1 to 2.
I thought they're like 9-7.
I'm talking about the year when they lost to Big Ben that year.
Yeah.
In 2009.
Oh no, they were 9-7.
They were 9-7?
Yeah.
Weren't they the wild card though that year?
Yeah. They won their division.
Dude, I thought they were the wild card.
They played in the wild card game.
So let me ask you a question.
I mean, really quickly that I want to shift gears.
Do you think Josh Allen will be a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Hall of Fame, too early to tell. I think it's too early to tell.
I would guess no. But
I'm leaning no, but I wouldn't be shocked if he like puts together an amazing career because he has I will say this, he has the talent to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. I will say that. I think he has the talent.
But his IQ is a little bad.
But yeah, I'm with you, Chris. I think it's too early. But yeah, guys, let's get shift gears back to the 2 New York football teams. Giants lost to the Miami Dolphins. Duh. Oh my God, the Giants lost a football game. Shocker, am I right, guys?
Man, I'm just mad that the Jets lost to the Eagles.
Yeah, we'll get that later. But guys, Daniel Jones is hurt.
It's tough.
And there's
what
rumors
city?
that he may miss the rest of the season.
That's good for you guys. You guys may have a chance to win.
You're an idiot, Mike.
Say whatever you want about Daniel Jones, but I can guarantee this. Mike Glennon and Jake Fromm
Hey, Chris,
are
you
giving
just
us
called me
better
an idiot,
chances
Chris.
to
You
win.
just called my ass an idiot for saying
I
that.
did.
Chris, go
Yes.
fuck yourself with a giant dildo up your ass.
Is Mike Glennon hurt too, Adam?
What?
Is Glennon hurt?
I think he's 0. Is he?
Or
I'm pretty sure
maybe
he
Glennon
is.
has hope.
Mike Glennon is 0-2. Jake Fromm, I believe, has
Because
to be
Jake
taken
Fromm starting, I saw.
Yeah, he's gonna be starting. It's gonna be what, his first career start.
Yeah, he hasn't played.
He hasn't taken a snap yet.
It'll be a tough one.
Imagine
Yeah.
you guys start winning games after Daniel
Okay.
Jones goes hurt. Yo, Adam.
Yeah, but here's the thing, with Dan Jones missing the rest of the year, it's definitely not a good thing to adjust because then now they can't evaluate the guy anymore.
No.
He was
He'll be
untalented in
interested
the
if they
first
do.
place.
I think he's. If he misses the rest of the season, I think he'll clearly be the starter next year. Unless they could.
Yeah, if he misses, that's the thing. Like the only way because here's the thing. When you have a guy who's like as much of an unknown as Daniel Jones is, like you want to like learn as much about it as you can. So you got some games coming up where maybe you can like see more of him to see whether or not you think he could potentially be your guy. And now you may not get him first series. Already been confirmed that he's unlikely to play against the Chargers. Like that was a report from Adam Schefter. He might be able to come back against the Cowboys, but I don't know. But either way, like him missing time is definitely not a good thing. And the one takeaway I really that I think will really hit me is that one takeaway I have from this is us Giants fans, we were spoiled by Eli Manning, man. The guy
Manning was
never
overrated,
missed a game due to injury. Not once.
I remember how I used to call Eli Manning soft back in the day?
Yeah, I was clearly wrong.
No, back in the day, I thought he was
He's
soft.
the definition of an Iron Man.
Yeah. Great career.
And I was saying, with how physical the game is going, with how much more these quarterbacks how much more like athletic these quarterbacks are becoming. Like I'd be shocked if we see another quarterback go on Iron Man streak like Eli did.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen ever again, probably.
Yeah, probably. I think Brett Favre's record is about as unbreakable as it gets.
I agree.
Brett Favre played for what, 25 years, 22 years in the league?
No, it's Iron Man streak. How many consecutive games was it?
It was a lot.
It was like 250.
Yeah. No,
But he was
which sucks because I think Eli might have actually had a shot of like breaking that record if it wasn't for freaking Ben McAdoo benching for Geno Smith.
That was so stupid. That pisses me off. I'm not even
Chris, I could probably rant about that for an entire episode.
Let's just move on. Yeah, sure.
Bob McAdoo was an idiot for doing that.
And that's what cost him his job.
How they should have.
Yeah, it should. I mean, he was gonna get fired at the end of the year anyway, but that was the moment where like it just was set in stone. But that's pretty much all I can say about the Giants. I mean, I will say this about your Jets and your Eagles. As obviously great win for your Eagles. Gardner Minshew, stepped up with Jalen Hurts out. That's what I think that's what Gardner Minshew is. He's like one of those high end backups, come in and play a good game. But on the other side, Michael Marcellus, I don't know if you disagree. I liked what I saw from Zach Wilson this game. It really seemed like I really thought that Zach Wilson, like we were talking about him always looking for the big play and not making enough of the simple plays. I think we saw Zach Wilson kind of, take things back a little, like take a step back and just focus on like making the simple plays. We saw a lot of that Zach Wilson. He wasn't really trying to do too much.
I was at that game with my uncle. Hold on, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Michael. I mean, I don't know if you disagree. That's just my perspective.
Honestly, I was at that game with my uncle in the box seat. Zach Wilson played great, surprisingly. I thought he was going to choke. But however,
Mhm.
like that was good. What? This is his first year in the league. So rookies that get hurt. We all know this from the game. When a rookie is coming in to be the franchise player, they either break or they crack or they make it. Am I right or wrong, boys?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But however, when Dak was a rookie, he stepped up. Boom. Ezekiel Elliott. Boom. Zach Wilson, who I think was the steal of that draft, in my opinion, besides Trevor Lawrence, who was a steal in that draft. I just think Zach Wilson has all the tools in the world to become a great quarterback. I just want to see if he could put it all together. But however, give the Eagles their credit. They won. I got to deal with Mr. Rich the Bitch over here going to rub it in my face any second. Fuck the Birds for life. Fuck Eagles Nation for life.
Got to give credit to Minshew for playing absolutely great, and he really dominated.
Yeah, no comment. But all seriousness, I still think I'm going to go by my statement that the Georgia could still be the NFL team, but that's the story.
We're not doing this again.
We're not.
It's clearly
I'm telling you
wrong.
right now, I'm probably going to have to get my guest on to come in and rip you guys.
It's clearly an incorrect take. Just take the L and let's move on to the next topic.
Yeah, let's move on. I'm getting him up. What he's coming on the show, he's gonna rip you, Michael. He's gonna rip you. I can't wait to have him on.
The college football segment's later in the show. Let's just.
All right, well, yeah, but before we get to college football and Mike's hot take, one last thing about sorry, I forgot to give Marcellus Flory. He's also a Jets fan. Marcellus, did you have any takeaways from the Jets and Eagles game?
Man, I didn't think we were gonna lose that bad. I just don't like Zach Wilson, man. I just think we should start Mike White or even Johnson. I mean, play a lot better than him, I feel. We just couldn't get anything going.
I think Marcellus has Zach Wilson all over his room and has darts every time he sees his picture.
Just say that. Marcellus is now. I think Marcellus is now the official Zach Wilson hater to give him a podcast.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I have Skip Bayless all over my room with darts. Marcellus has Chris Wilson. Adam has for Carlos Correa. Chris has for Jose Altuve. And Alex has it for Skip. I don't know who Alex hates in the sports world.
Okay. Who does Sam have, by the way?
I don't know who Sam has.
We'll have to ask him.
To our viewers that watch our show, tell us the most person's sports media, sports player you hate the most. I'll tell you who I hate. Skip Bayless, Nick Saban, Jose Altuve. But I love
Oh, I know who.
Who is it?
Definitely Dak Prescott.
I thought he might say him.
What's your obsession? If he was a cowboy, would you like him?
And
who?
The badass bitch of Zeke Elliott.
Now I'm about to rip this one shreds. Now I'm about to rip. How can you hate Dak Prescott? He's such a good person.
I love Dak.
I love Dak.
Zeke's not good enough to hate anymore.
Yeah.
If you would hate Ezekiel Elliott, if you hate Dak Prescott, you can't hate the man. He's the most.
I'm a Giants fan. It was easy for me to hate Tony Romo. It's not easy for me to hate Dak Prescott.
You
can't hate Dak Prescott. He's the most nicest human being.
He's one of my favorite non-Chiefs in football.
Yeah. He has to be. He has to be. But guys, before we get to Mike's hot take, Chris, I asked this on a previous episode that you weren't on. I want to ask you this now. 5 wins in a row. Are the Kansas City Chiefs back to being the Chiefs we all know and love?
I mean, they're not playing the same style of football, but they're a contender again.
Or would you stop with that biased bullshit?
I mean, they've been the best defensive football the past 5 games, and the offense is still doing enough to win games. So I mean, they're gonna have to find ways to score the ball better. But I mean, they've been the best defense in football the past 5 weeks, and they've like at every level they've been great. They've dominated some pretty good football teams recently. So I mean, like they're the toughest schedule in the league so far. I believe that's what I've heard. I
Yeah.
haven't verified
Yeah,
that.
they just beat the Broncos, who are low-key a
The
pretty
Broncos
solid
are a
team.
good team. They beat the Cowboys pretty good. They beat the
Shut up,
Packers, even though
Chris.
they didn't have Rodgers. That was still a really good win. Like they've beaten some really good teams, and the defense has absolutely shut teams out. Broncos only had a touchdown because garbage time. Cowboys didn't score a touchdown. The Raiders had one, maybe two. But like the teams just aren't scoring on us right now. Like our secondary's elite, the defensive line's been elite, and the linebackers are getting the job done. So that it's not the same Chiefs recipe, but that recipe can win in December into January.
I think it's hard to argue with anything you're saying, Chris. Because we said before, like that first way against the Giants, I said it at the time. They were lucky to win that game.
Oh, they were.
They were lucky to win
They
that
were.
game. If they played anywhere else, they would have lost that game. But they followed up with a win over the Packers. Yes, there was the game that Aaron Rodgers missed, but still they beat the Packers. They take down the Raiders, who are a pretty solid team. They beat the Cowboys, one of the better teams in the AFC, and then they beat the Broncos. So they're facing like scrubs. They beat some really solid teams. So now they got the Raiders coming out. They got the Chargers. Then they got the Steelers at home. Then they close out on the road with the Bengals and Broncos. So those teams like aren't scrubs either. So
no, those are still 5 teams in the playoff picture.
those are still 5. So
if the Chiefs play their football, they'll easily win 4 out of those 5.
Yeah, they should win.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah, they should win minimum 3 of those games.
So yeah, that'd be my guess.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that I still think the Chiefs will ultimately win. Oh, let me check the standings here.
They'll win the division.
Yeah, they're winning the division. Yeah,
it would take a lot.
Yeah, Justin Herbert would have to go on some type of miraculous type of run.
I'm assuming we beat the Chargers. The Chargers haven't been great recently. I mean, we haven't been great the way we've been winning, but the Chargers defense has been good.
Yeah,
and
that division is low key been really good. Like coming this season, I thought that it was gonna be the Chiefs and no one else. That division has
this division's been pretty good over the past few years. It's just the inconsistency in some of the offenses, I feel like. But for Denver and the Raiders especially. But the Chargers have been up and coming. And just Denver and the Raiders. Denver has a loaded football team. And then the Raiders are just solid.
All right, guys. It's time to move on to the segment of the show. Oh, man, I gotta think of something here. The segment of the show that are about as sneaky as wet bandits. Mike's hot take. Larry Cunningham, take it away.
Adam, you're never going to make me watch Home Alone ever again for the rest of my life. Thanks a lot for ruining one of my childhood memories all around Christmas.
I did that because I saw Home Alone the other night. So both 1 and 2. But go ahead, Mike Cunningham.
My hot take is going to be, do I think Ronnie James and LeBron James will be the first father and son duo in NBA history to play at the same time? At 100%. Here's why. LeBron just signed a contract until 2022 to 2023. Bronny he graduates in 2023. And they're having the high school. Adam Silver just made the high school rule that you don't have to go to college anymore for that one and done. You can go straight from the NBA. You guys knew about that, right? Right?
Yeah, I heard about that. I have a question about that, but I'll let you finish.
Here's the thing. Bronny goes to the best school in the state of California, Sierra Canyon, who had Kenyon Martin Jr., Scottie Pippen Jr., Cassius Stanley, you have Amari Bailey, You have BJ Boston. You have like a lot of Marvin. What was that? Chris, who went to who's a guy for the Kings? Number 35, Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley,
yeah.
That high school of Sierra Canyon is the best high school in basketball right now. The number 9th in the state. If you guys can answer a question, who is the best high school in the country in basketball?
I would say Montverde.
I say IMG. IMG is probably the best high school in basketball. Alex, what's your question?
How about Oak Hill?
Oak Hill's a good one too.
Oak Hill is always going to be the best basketball school in the country. I gotta say Montverde. What's that? Montverde?
Yeah,
they're going to be the best.
Montverde's been the most consistent and the most.
There's this one school that Adam, we're from Jersey. You heard of St. Anthony's basketball? So
I have. Oh, how could you not?
They were. That was the best basketball team that ever like.
That's the school that Kyrie went to, right?
He went to St. Patrick's.
Oh, okay. I got the two mixed up.
Kyle Anderson went to St. Anthony's, but I played against Kyle Anderson. I'm so guilty about it, but he's a stud now. I gotta be careful what I say around Chris about Kyle Anderson. Because Chris is a butt riding Kyle Anderson. Chris, you know the reason why I don't like Kyle Anderson? You want to know the reason?
Because he's better than you.
Oh,
fuck you, Dad. It's just like here's the thing. I remember once he fouled me hard in the game in an AAU game. Fouled me hard. And he still hasn't apologized. So Kyle Anderson, apologize for me for scoring on you in AAU ball and not apologizing.
You did not score on him.
I did. He was not that good in AAU ball. High school, he was good. In college, now he's good in the NBA. Chris, I used to be on that level. Adam, tell this fool I used to be on that level in basketball. Before my knees went bad, I was a pretty good ball player. All seriousness, boys. Back to mine. Do you guys think LeBron James is going to be on the same team with LeBron on the Lakers?
I'd be shocked.
Oh no, it'll be tough. I hope.
It'll be because. Wait. This is my question. Has Bronny Leo said anything about like whether he's gonna come out of high school or not, or is he gonna go to college? Like, has he said anything about that?
Because he still has 2 years.
He's a junior right now. He's a junior.
Yeah. You're saying so he still has 2 years. Yeah. So,
yeah.
But has there anything of which way he's leaning? Any reports?
He has like 50 offers. This kid, he has over 50 offers already.
Well,
he's been having offers since he was in 6th grade. LeBron had to shut it down. That's how bad it was.
I mean, they were cool, yeah. I mean, he doesn't have a ton of offers anymore right now.
He had a ton of offers back then. He has so many offers that LeBron's like, you guys got to call him. He's in 6th grade.
He's getting recruited by a ton, but most of the big schools still haven't offered him because he hasn't shown a lot yet.
I think they're going to offer him.
They will eventually.
His legacy.
Yeah. He'll be at that. He'll still be a big time player.
I'm gonna say he's
not the superstar college level, but he's still a high level.
Here's the thing: his basketball class is crazy. You have my main man, you got DJ Wagner Jr., who I know personally, the whole Wagner family, growing up in Camden. But you also got Mikey Williams, who's a stud player. You heard of Mikey Williams? You have Mikey Williams, who's a great ball player. That whole draft class is crazy. I'm telling you guys this. High school in California, I'd say the best schools, the best states in basketball are surprising. New York, Jersey, Texas, California. I don't care what you guys say.
Well, I mean, those are probably the best.
In California, you have like the best basketball schools. You got guys flying to go to California schools.
Oh, you're not wrong.
And you got Florida. You also have Texas.
Yeah.
You also have Texas.
Kansas has one of the best programs in the country now, which is pretty hard.
I think, Florida, yeah, IMG. If you guys don't know what IMG is for sports,
it's probably You say it's the best high school like overall for sports
For basketball or all in general?
in general.
IMG has like a great basketball program.
I feel like they're pretty big on everything.
IMG is like the best school in the country for sports.
That's what I thought.
You can't be IMG. But for just straight basketball, I say Sierra Canyon. I would say Crossroads, but they fell out the mix. But for public schools, I gotta say, Adam, I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna pick Teaneck, New Jersey, who was a well-known basketball program under the late great my godfather, Mr. Curtis March. He developed David West. David West went out to Teaneck High School. You had who else? I think Teaneck had a lot of great athletes that people didn't know about. Doug Glanville. Chris, you're a Chiefs fan. You're going to appreciate this. Tamba Ali came out of Teaneck, who is one of my sister's best friends, by the way. So, Tamba.
New Jersey has like low key. New Jersey has a lot of great
Chris,
basketball
if
players.
I get Tamba Ali to join our show, would you be crazy? Would that make you go nuts? We can get Tamba Ali to do our show.
You got Kyrie, you got Carl Anthony Towns.
I know Tamba.
Shaq, you got Shaq, who's from Newark. There's a lot of great basketball. New Jersey has produced a lot of great basketball talent.
You can't count Kyrie from Jersey because he was born in Australia. But
he grew up in New Jersey, so
he counts.
Yeah. All right, who else? Here's the thing, though. I gotta say, Philadelphia has a great basketball capital. You have the great Kobe, who is my idol, who is probably the greatest basketball player besides Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. We'll agree to disagree on that. Kobe, Rip Hamilton, you got Rasheed Wallace, you got like legends, like streetball legends, and you gotta say New York is the mecca of the basketball. Growing up as a kid, I'll go to Record Park. Who hasn't heard of Record Park? Who has been to Record Park? Guys, I'm telling you, Record Park is the greatest outdoor basketball court of all time for basketball. I want to give you a top 5. This is my hot take, as well as high school ball and basketball all over. You got the Cage in New York. You got Venice Beach courts. You got Record Park. You have the Dykeman courts coming up now for basketball. What's a good outdoor court that everyone goes? Guys, you got any ideas?
I'm trying to think of the one.
Get the Cage in New York. You got Dykeman. You got Venice Beach courts. You got Rucker Park, which is the omega of outdoor basketball.
Isn't the Venice Beach court?
I said Venice Beach. I said Venice.
How might be?
Yeah, you know what? When I was a kid, man, I'm gonna say why I love basketball so much. Street ball got me into basketball. Watching Kobe, going to Record Park as a kid because my mom worked in Harlem Hospital, and every time when I used to go to Harlem Hospital, it was a Saturday. They had games like every Saturday. They had games every Saturday, from spring to summertime, and maybe in the fall they had some spring games, spring, summer, and fall games. You got legends like Rayford Austin, aka Skip to My Lou. You got Kobe. You got NBA players pulling up. You got like Hot Sauce. You got the Professor. If you guys don't know who the Professor is, I don't know what to tell you. But you guys, it's just like a love for it. I mean, LeBron James. Now, since I'm going back to my original topic, because this is part of my topics, how the love for the game of streetball made kids fall in love with the game of basketball. And that's how LeBron became a fan of basketball, watching Jordan and streetball. So it's Bronny. So now I'm saying, could I think Bronny will be throwing his dad lobs in the league by then? You probably. Because we all know LeBron doesn't age. We know that. LeBron's like let's see. LeBron's been dunking since he was in 7th grade, boys. LeBron is the same age as my sister. He was born in 83. So he's been dunking since. And you were in 7th grade and you graduated in 2003 in high school. So you were dunking since 1998. You've been dunking since 1998. And we're in 2021. Guys, that's just incredible. You've been dunking for over 22 years. Tell me that doesn't make sense. Chris. You big white bastard. That doesn't make any sense.
It's pretty special how long he's been able to.
You've been dunking a basketball since for over 22 years of existence.
He's been dunking my whole life.
He's been dunking his whole life. He's been dunking since we were even thought of. Hey, Adam, if you've been dunking for 22 straight years, you think you could, would you be happy for the rest of your life?
Probably.
Alex, how about you? You've been dunking for 22 years of your life. Wouldn't you be happy?
Hell yeah.
Marcellus, you big old Boy Scout. You think you'll be happy if you dunk for 22 straight years?
Sure.
The point is, LeBron is going to be dunking with Bronny, and they're going to be playing together. And I'm saying Bronny, and then they're going to get Zaire Wade to play with LeBron James Jr. in the NBA, and they're going to be throwing lobs together, like how their pops did back in the day.
Wait, so you're saying Bronny's going to be on LeBron James' team?
100%. LeBron
because here's the thing, because then the Lakers would have to draft them, and then say what each could. When's Bronny's draft again? 2023.
LeBron
23 or 24.
Signed a contract. Just signed a 5-year contract.
LeBron will be a free agent after.
Yeah, so he'll be a free agent. Then you could just sign with whatever team drafts his son.
Yeah.
Bronny
most likely won't be a super high drafted either, though.
He probably. Yeah, I was looking at mock drafts, and I mean, he'll probably be a late first round pick.
At best, I think he's late first, and I think he gets a lot better.
He's already 6'4". He's 6'4".
I know.
His dad is 6'9".
Because there's the thing. When we're talking about Bronny, it's easy to look at Bronny and think he's LeBron James' son. He's gonna be the first overall pick. It's easy to think that, but when you realize that if you're in the NBA draft, these are some of the best players in the world. These are some of the best prospects in the world.
LeBron is nice for him damn self.
No, he's a good player.
That's not
he's a better shooter than his
Bronny,
father.
But all right, in the NBA, in the 2023 draft, there's some. I was looking this up. Hold on.
People said here's the thing about this one thing is bullshit.
Right now, Bronny's currently in the terms this is right now for 2023 draft. Bronny's currently ranked 13th among point guards, not players, point guards. There's a lot of great talent.
Yeah.
DJ Wagner's looking to be a stud. Looking to be a stud.
How I happen to know personally, DJ Wagner Jr., who is a monster. Shout out to the hometown of CT Town, Jersey.
Yeah, I mean, that 23 draft I've heard is loaded.
Yeah.
You got Mikey Williams, who's a problem. This kid Mikey Williams is sponsored by LeBron.
Yep. He's a stud.
Michael, is that the end of your hot take?
Yeah, that's the end of it.
All right. I'm gonna let Chris go first here. I don't know what to think of this. I'm gonna let Chris go first.
I'll call it. I'll give him a approve. Wasn't one of his best ones, but nothing crazy or outrageous, he said. So I'll give him an improve.
Fuck you,
I was
Chris.
thinking disapproval a lot because at the time, I was thinking where's he taking with this? This is supposed to be LeBron James. Now he's making this about courts and stuff, but eventually got back on track towards the end, and he really hit a lot of his points about Bronny and when I could play Bronny. Probably really a lot of standpoints. So Michael, I'm going to approve this one.
You better. I'm kicking your ass.
All right, Marcellus, you're up.
I approve.
You better approve it.
Alex, last one.
I approve.
Yeah, Alex.
All right, Michael. Congratulations. You're back in the win column after 2 straight unanimous approvals. You are back in the win column, and your record is now what's his record?
Now I had to kill none of you guys. Congratulations. You guys get to live.
53 and 59. 53 approvals, 6 to 9, I believe. Well,
59.
I believe he had 6. I believe he's had 6 to 9 so far. I don't know. It could be 7. I'll have to look it up.
Adam, you know why I had to kill you? You don't know why? You proved it now. I had to put propane in your car in your tire.
Okay. Before we do college football here, I did want to talk a little bit of hockey news whenever it comes to the Philadelphia Flyers. The Philadelphia Flyers have fired their head coach. So, Alex, you're our resident Flyers fan here. Talk about this.
This was very expected.
Hold on. Let me make sure I get it right. Hold on. The Philadelphia Flyers fired head coach Alain Vigneault.
Vigenault.
Okay, thank you for correcting it,
Yeah.
Alex. So I just want to make sure I got the name right. Go ahead, Alex.
So the breaking news happened around, I think, 10 a.m. Eastern time last night. I mean, yesterday, and this definitely was a big upgrade for the Flyers organization. And one quote I found, let's see, this is from Alain. So he said, "We are looking for solutions to our situation. We all have a job to do and need to get to work and do our part. The guy that is the leader of this group, who has both his hands on the steering wheel, is me, and I have to find a way to get this group to play better." Obviously, that wasn't the case, and now they have a intern. I think his name is let me see. Mike Yeo is the intern, which I don't really know that much about him, but I think I mean, you could see last night's game. It was all over the place, and the Flyers are just not a good team this year. They just can't be consistent with winning, and I think it just had to do with with the front office or anything that has to involve with the coaching staff and things. And this definitely got Flyers fans unhappy about, and I think that it's time to refresh ourselves and get whatever we need to win a Stanley Cup.
I mean, it's hard to disagree with what you're saying there, Alex. But even when a team fires their coach, you hope they respond, and the Flyers certainly didn't respond. They lost 7-5 to the Avalanche. So the Avalanche put up a touchdown on the Flyers. So that's not. I mean, you score 5 goals, which is good, but still, you can't be giving up a touchdown like the day after you fire a coach. The Flyers guys, listen to this from Michael, for Chris and Michael, are not hockey listeners. Listen to this. The Flyers have lost 9 straight. They've lost 9 in a row.
Damn, that's tough.
And they currently and their next game is against Miners those who we're not doing much better. We've lost 4 straight, so that's gonna be a big game for both sides to see if they can steer a ship in order. But I really think it's a situation where we have this massive losing streak. You know, you let go of a guy you obviously weren't high on anyway, and I heard Don LaGreca of the Michael K show mention this, that apparently, Alain just wasn't relating to the players enough. I've heard. I mean, Alex, you're the Flyers fan. I don't know how accurate that is.
I don't know if that is actually accurate. I think it's just the way the system he was with the team and how he did everything with the organization, and I think it didn't have to do with the players. I think that half of it was the players' actions of each game, and I think that it's tough to understand what actually really happened, and went through what they thought about, and I think that it just tells you that this team needs to rebuild. It's going to take a little while to do, but I do have faith in this team to get their asses better for next season. And this losing 9 straight is unacceptable. And because going into this season, Flyers fans expected this team to be at least 2 games over 500 by now.
I picked them to make the playoffs. If you guys are, I picked them to make the playoffs.
They just can't get the chemistry right, which is a big problem. And the goaltending situation is so unpredictable because they let up so many goals the past 8 games or so, and it just really annoys the crap out of me.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Superstition hit the nail on the head. So hopefully, like, your Flyers get straight out too. And my Devils, we gotta start playing better, man. They've lost 4 in a row, and they've been like what? They've won 2 games out of their last 11 or 12 games. I mean, I could give them somewhat of a break. I put emphasis on somewhat because before that they were playing like some really good teams. You can't lose to the freaking Ottawa Senators, man. I don't care if it's a shootout. You got Jack Hughes. You got your best player back. He's fully healthy. You got him back on the ice. You should be able to beat the Senators like fairly easy. Let alone that game shouldn't even. They should have beat them. They should have beat the. They should have whooped the Senators behind that game. But yeah, the Devils are slipping. They're falling out of the playoff race really quickly. I do want to talk about this really quickly. How about the Rangers, man? They won 6 in a row. I basically just say that because I despise the Rangers with all my being, but they're playing amazing hockey. They're playing amazing hockey. And I think another part of it that's gonna make it tough for the Flyers and Devils to get back into this race, Alex. The Metropolitan Division is tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's easily like the best division in hockey. I mean, the Islanders. Speaking of like the Islanders, I picked them to win the Stanley Cup. They're currently last in the division right now, and they've lost 11 straight. Yeah, I mean, the start of this hockey season has been wild, guys. We gotta get Yanni back on. We gotta get Yanni back on to help break down all this madness.
Oh yeah, dude, that was a fun episode with him.
Yeah, we gotta get him back on. This I'm sure he has plenty of thoughts on because the start of this hockey season has just been wild. So hopefully we'll get him back on to like break down or to break this down further. But now we're gonna talk a little bit of college football, and mainly, Chris, I want to talk to you about this. That Alabama Georgia game, man.
Yeah, that was something. Alabama, they always show up in these big games, the big moments. You know, they're going to be playing at their best, and Georgia did not play well. The defense got exposed. Put it nicely. They're really good up front, but Bama really controlled the line of scrimmage, and the Georgia secondary was not good. Bryce Young basically did whatever he wanted. They got a lot of big plays, and I mean, Bryce Young showed why he's the Heisman. He's a lock to win that award. But I mean, Alabama, they've been very inconsistent this season. But I mean, they show up when it matters most every year. I feel like, and they're the favorite heading into the college football playoff, which should be super exciting.
Yeah, I think you said like a couple weeks ago. You thought no one was beating Georgia.
I didn't. I didn't think Bama had it in to flip the switch like this. I mean, I knew they'd get better, and I overlooked another issue. I don't think Georgia can win with the quarterback they have. That's in Bennett. He's not good. He's not good enough to win a
Hold
championship.
up.
I don't think.
Hold up.
And
1,
the
2,
pass
3.
defense
What the
got
heck
his
is
head.
wrong with me? 1, 2, 3.
Go, Mike.
Hold up now. Saying these blasphemous. I was just watching Jerry Springer right now.
Stop. Tell me one thing I said that was false.
Okay, repeat it. I wasn't paying attention, but repeat it. Say it one more time, white boy.
One thing I said about Georgia that was false.
You said that their defense won't win, which is bullshit. They're the best defense in the fucking country.
That's absolutely not my quote, but go ahead.
No, their quarterback can maybe take it to a championship. I didn't say he's the main.
He can.
I think he can.
He's bad, bro.
He's better than half the Kansas. He's better than the Kansas quarterback who's not even thought of.
Barely.
Okay, what's Kansas's record?
This has nothing to do with Kansas.
No, I just want to get to the point.
If you want to argue against me, have fun losing to Michigan, bro.
We ain't gonna lose to Michigan, nigga. We ain't losing, motherfucker.
I got some bad news. I got some bad news for you, Mike.
What's up, baby?
If Stetson Bennett doesn't have the game of his life, you are losing that game.
First of all, we are the odds-on favorite to win the whole BCS this year. We're the odds-on favorite. It's between us or Alabama. We're still the best team in the country. We are still one of the best teams in the country. And that's on God.
You have to play the two best games of the season, or you will not win.
We will play our best. Here's the thing, Chris, in football, you can admit this as much as I can. Anything can happen in football. Am I right?
100%. That's why Michigan can beat Georgia.
And I love Michigan. I've been to the Big House many times. Michigan and Georgia and Notre Dame are my three favorite college teams. One reason I like Notre Dame was because of my best friend, Brandon Wimbush, who was the quarterback for Notre Dame. The reason why I like Michigan, because of the Fab Five and because I love my brother from another mother, Mr. Jabril Peppers. And the reason why I like Georgia, because my cousin went to Georgia, and I love the culture. And one of my favorite rappers loves Georgia University, who is Young Jeezy. So to answer my question, my friend, Chris, let me ask you a question. Do you think Georgia has a chance to win it all this year if they win these next two games?
Well, if they win these next two games, they are. But they definitely still have a chance. But I mean, they have major flaws on it.
But we can all agree Georgia has the best
also
defense.
flawed too. I'm not mad.
We could agree that Georgia has the best defense in the country. For 12, they went 12-1. They only lost one game, and that was the end game.
They lost.
And their defense was the reason. Was their defense their best this year in the country? Before that loss,
you can't just ignore that loss. Though they didn't play.
I know. I'm just saying. Before that loss,
they were, but they hadn't played.
We were the best team in the country on defense.
They hadn't played any good offenses though.
Chris, we all agreed on this show. Me, you, Marcellus, and Sam all agreed. And Adam, go back to the tapes. And Chris said it.
No, I'm not denying it. I mean, if you want to hype up them beating a bunch of scrub teams, cool. But I mean, that's not how you win the playoffs.
Okay, we beat greater teams too before the scrub teams.
Who's one good offense to beat?
Florida. There you go.
Good night.
Florida had a good offensive team. Thank you. But that's not the point. Florida. Alex is just having fun over here watching me and Chris want to kill each other. Right?
Florida sucks.
We'll agree to disagree. Adam.
All right. But guys, the college football playoff has been set. Am I correct?
Yeah.
It has been.
It's going to be Cincinnati and Alabama and Michigan and Georgia. Chris, I want to ask you this. I got a couple questions. I want to ask you this first. Cincinnati over Notre Dame. Do you think that was the right choice?
100%. It wasn't even a debate. Notre Dame shouldn't have been fifth. Notre Dame should not have been fifth. They shouldn't have been fifth. Notre Dame was way too high, as is. Notre Dame's wasn't a good football team. Cincinnati.
As long as Ohio State doesn't get picked, we're cool with that.
Cincinnati.
I think Ohio State lost I think Ohio State lost it when they lost to Michigan.
Yeah.
Which I forgot to talk about you. That was a crazy game too.
They lost.
One of the best college football rivalries of all time.
Yeah, for once, Michigan actually got
They
like
did.
the upper end of
They
that
did.
rivalry.
That was
Honestly, it's
very
been dominating too
impressive.
much in recent years.
Yeah, that was a very impressive win. That's Michigan. They were
But
super
the
up and down this
SEC
season.
in the Big 12 is a big conference rivalry in college
It
football.
is.
The Big 12 versus the SEC, Texas versus Texas. But let me ask you guys a question about college football, Adam. I know you're not a fan of it. This is a joke
I'm a
question.
fan, I'm just a casual.
Do I think I'm you guys think I'm the lead corso of this podcast?
Yes. The dude that's fun. Yeah, you're a fun attitude, but you have some terrible takes.
I'm the best.
Cool,
No,
so.
first of all, my takes are great, especially in the betting. So who's in first place for the betting?
We'll get to our bets
It's a
like
bad
really
segment,
soon.
We're talking just sports takes, and
I have
Yeah,
some
but-
great sports takes. Thank you. My hot takes are pretty good. Thank you very much. Going 53 and 59. Well, excuse me, sir. Thank you very much.
we could be more strict if you like.
But all seriousness, I think Georgia has an odds-on favorite between. Here's what I'm going to pick, Adam. Georgia over Michigan, Alabama versus Cincinnati. Georgia beating Alabama in the BCS championship. There you go.
I don't know. I mean, my opinion doesn't really matter much in the situation, but
Because me, Chris, and Alex and Marcellus,
because you guys are for college football experts, but I could see Michigan upsetting Georgia. I don't know. I just could.
I do too. I really like the way Michigan's playing. I think Michigan can actually control the line scrimmage against Georgia.
Chris, let's make a little bet.
Teams haven't been able to do.
Let's
wait till we get closer to it, but I'll be down.
We'll make a little bet. No, look, we're gonna make it on the air.
No, I know, but it's still a month out before the game, so we can make it official later on.
We'll make
it.
a bet.
Honestly, we got plenty of time left before.
We got 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
It's the first week in January.
It's the first week in January. 4 weeks to break down these 2 games.
It'll be December 31st.
I believe it's the first week in January, right?
It'll be December 31st.
December 31st is going to be the 2 bowl games. The college football playoff will be on December 31st, little New Year's action, and then the national championship will be January 10th.
Man, let me ask you. You know, we know next for our viewers. You think the Get Your Game On show should have a morning episode for college football game day next season? You think the 6 of us, including Sam, should do a college game day episode from 9 to 12 watching college football?
We'll have to run up the poll, Michael. We'll have to run up the poll.
I think that would be a great episode for us.
All right.
I think it could be.
All right. But one last question before we get to our best for Chris, Michael, about Bryce Young. He's having such a great season. Is he not the favorite to win the Heisman?
It's locked up. He's
a
given.
All right, and then I just want to ask you a question for this treasure. I know he's not eligible for this year's draft, but he's eligible for next year's draft. Do you think he will look good in Giants blue?
Who?
I don't know.
Bryce Young.
God, no. He's not going to go to the Giants. Hell no.
I don't know yet.
We're starving, man. We're starving.
He's still not thought of as one of the best prospects. He's still probably one of the top few quarterbacks, but it'll be interesting to see how that.
I don't know if you heard this, but Milk Edward Jr. Said that he's guaranteed to be the first overall pick in 2023.
Well, Mel Kiper is kind of
we'll see.
Kind of wonky.
But if he's not going off the deep ends, then maybe.
Yeah. I mean, going into this, I mean, prior to this season, Spencer Rattler was projected number 1 pick, and Clemson's quarterback was projected number 1 pick for next season. So, and those clearly were off. So a lot will change in the next year. Bryce Young won't fall off. I think there's definitely a few other guys who could propel themselves in front of him, I think.
Yeah.
Next year's quarterback class should be very good.
Yeah, so I say, definitely. So definitely, if you're a Giants, I definitely think either you make a trade for Wilson or Rodgers, or you like just punt this next year's class and see what happens if you're a
That's
Giants.
the play. I'd say Russ or Danny Johnson's your guy next year.
Yeah. All right, guys, it's late. I'm tired, so let's wrap up with our bets of the episode, guys. You know what happened this past episode?
You got laid?
No, in fact, it was the opposite. It was the opposite, in fact. You know what happened this past episode with our bets? For the third straight time in the history of this podcast, for the third time in this podcast's history,
What?
every single one of us lost. Let me see. Let's count the ways. I had the Bills or the Patriots on the spread and I had the under in a singing parlay. I nailed the under, but the Bills let me down in the end. So I've lost my bet. I've lost 6 straight bets. Alex had NC State over Louisville and USC over Washington State. I believe, did Louisville beat NC State? I'm not sure, but I know one of those teams lost, so that wrecked your parlay. Chris had Washington over Raiders, Bengals over Chargers, Jets over Eagles, wrecked your parlay. Sam had the Warriors over the Suns and the Hawks over 36ers. Suns beat the Warriors, so that wrecked his parlay. Marcellus, my boy, what were you thinking? You had the Nets over the Bulls. Don't you know the Nets don't beat good teams? I keep on trying to tell you this, my boy.
Thought you guys were gonna do it, man.
All right. And Michael had Georgia over Alabama. That
Don't
lost.
remind me.
He had the Jets over the Eagles. That lost. Michael, your parlay was a complete and utter disaster.
I thought Georgia.
Guys, for the
Georgia
third
fucked me.
for the third time, almost lost a bet. So, guys, again, I'll say it again. I think this is something we should be proud of. I think it's an accomplishment that every single one of us can suck so much.
No, it is a nightmare. Shut up, Adam. It is a nightmare.
All right, update on the standings. Michael, you remain first place, 29 record, 369.58 points. Alex, you remain in second place, 23-35 record, 275.63 points. I remain in third place, 24-34 record, 266.76 points. Chris, you remain in fourth place, 27-31 record, 263.81 points. Marcellus is in fifth place, 31-27 record, 244.85 points. And Sam's in last place, 26-32 record, 205.20 points. Before we do our actual bets, Marcellus, you heard the news, right?
What's the
You heard
news?
the big news that came out of last episode, right?
What's the news?
Alex
Michael
cheated.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
So yeah. If you want to give a quick statement and rent and add Alex fix the music, go ahead. Show him no
Disappointed.
mercy.
I'm disappointed in you, Alex. Supposed to be original, man.
There was no way he comes from last place all the way to second place in a month on betting. There's no possible way. There's no possible way. And
All right, guys, we do have Sam's bet here. He has Knicks and Nets winning in a parlay. Also, guys, Sam also has a statement regarding Alex getting busted for cheating. Here's his text. So let me read it. Let Alex know for me that he's reaching Houston Astros territory and that is not good.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
And he also said, Alex, this is for you. Wait till he gets on the show next time. He's gonna have some fun.
He called you a Houston Astros cheater. Oh, that's bad.
Alex, you are now public enemy number 1. How does it feel?
Alex, you are the most hated person on this podcast. Congratulations.
To Sam, I got something to say to Sam. Fuck you.
Who do you think Alex is an asshole? Raise your hand if you think Alex is an asshole for cheating. Raise your hand. Who thinks we should let it go? Raise your hand. Chris is the only one that said let it go. Adam, who thinks we should keep screwing with Alex because he cheated? Raise your hand.
We'll keep screwing him for the rest of the episode. We'll just make
Yeah.
fun of it. This is like we can just make fun. He's already served his punishment. He's only gonna make half of his points for the rest of the season. So I think that's punishment enough. And
Alex,
let's make fun of him.
There's a thing. Cheaters never win. Remember that. Cheaters never prosper.
That's
And you might never win again.
Better, at least I never won from cheating. Thank you.
As far as we know, doesn't
Okay,
matter.
Adam,
Michael has an insider source giving him bets.
Adam, I bet religiously on basketball games with money. Do I
Okay.
need to see?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
If y'all want to do this for money, then y'all lose your money to me. So let's not do that.
no.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go first here. You know what? Speaking of the cheater, I was gonna try to bait Alexander Reich into going head to head with me.
Do it, Adam. Teach him a lesson.
I have learned that parlays aren't my thing. I've learned that a long time ago. I've learned that parlays aren't my thing. So I'm going to keep it simple. And I'm going to try to bait Alex into going head to head with me.
Do it, buddy.
I am taking the New Jersey Devils on the money line over the Philadelphia Flyers on Wednesday.
Alex, I one thing I
That's
trust you,
not
don't be a
bad.
bitch.
Adam, may I go next? Actually,
Go ahead.
I also have a head-to-head proposal for Alex.
Ooh.
I am taking Syracuse Orange on the money line to upset Villanova tomorrow night.
Oh!
Alex, you gotta take it, brother.
Okay. Wait.
But no, hold on for a second. Nothing else. That's your only bet, Chris?
That's just that.
Okay.
Alex,
Gotcha.
you got to. For Eric Dixon, you gotta do it for Dixon.
All
Okay.
right. Who wants to go? All right, you're
You
going
gotta let
next,
Alex go next. You gotta let Alex go next for that
All
one.
right, Alex, you're up.
Okay, I am doing a parlay.
Alex,
Ooh.
one thing
You're coming
I
at
taught
both
you,
of
never
us?
back down. When you roll with me, you never back down. What did I tell you? We never back down from a challenge.
Okay, so my first one is they're both for Tuesday, so I picked Carolina Hurricanes money line against the Winnipeg Jets.
Alex, I'm disappointed in you.
No. I still got one more.
You should went head to head against Adam and Chris. You should went head to head
No, I
against
could-
both.
No, he still
Yeah,
has two more. He can still go head to head with both of us. He still has two more. Let's hear him out.
Okay. I was about to have a heart attack.
And then my second bet of the parlay is Villanova money line.
I
Oh!
saw him.
Syracuse. You don't win in the Carrier Dome against that 2-3 defense where they shoot the ball.
Oh, by the way,
it's happening.
Chris, it's at MSG.
Ah, shit.
And I'm going to that game, by the way, and I got tickets for that game, so I'll be there.
That's different.
Money line or
I
spread?
didn't realize that.
Money line or spread
Tough.
for Villanova or Syracuse?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Talking to me?
Money line.
Tough. I thought
Money
it was
line.
at Syracuse. I'm not changing my bet though. We are all in.
I will do one quick change to my bet. I'm taking those over Flyers my line, and I know I said I was going to do, but I'm going to give Jack Hughes the point. Let's add that there for a same game parlay. All right, Marcellus, you're up.
Take
Both your bets are my line, right? Right, Alex?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Marcellus, go ahead.
I'm gonna roll with your Nets, man. I'm gonna take the Nets money line.
Over the Mavericks?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mavericks aren't really that great of a team, so I like their chances.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Ringler, Mike Cunningham, last up. Go ahead.
Everybody knows me and Alex got a friend that plays for Villanova. Starting center, Mr. Eric Dixon. So I am going with my Villanova, my second favorite college team. Alex, what do we call Nova? What do we call Villanova? What do we call them?
Wildcats.
No, we call him Nova Nation, motherfucker. So, Chris, I'm gonna be part of this action my damn self.
You come get it, pal.
Nova against Nova Nation against the Orange, and we will spank that ass and make you my ugly stepchild after we done with you. That's bet number one. Vote over money line.
All right, that's bet number
Eric
one.
Dixon,
What's
you
your second
watching
bet?
We salute you, E. Dixon. We salute you.
All right, that's your first bet. What's your second one?
Okay, my second bet is I'm gonna do a crazy one. Let me go to NFL real quick. I'm gonna do an NFL. I'm doing a parlay. I'm getting back in the saddle. I gotta get back. I gotta start winning. Whew. They're really bad football games this week. They're really bad games. Steelers versus Vikings. Not that good.
Try not to do an NFL bet because I'm pretty sure we are gonna be doing an episode before the NFL.
I was gonna do it Thursday.
Oh, you're gonna do it Thursday? Okay, gotcha.
Nah, fuck. You can't. Nah, I'm gonna do basketball. I'm gonna do NBA.
All right, gotcha. You gonna hop on Knicks and the Spurs?
I'm thinking about it, but it's too risky. Because how Murray's been playing for the Spurs, hit or miss. You know what? I'm going with my Lakers over the Celtics.
I like it.
Because we're at home, changing the name of the arena. So we're going with the win. We're going with the dub.
Yeah, I changed the name to Staples Center, which I think is stupid.
You don't want me to, Adam, if we had a subject about that, I'll be mad and I'll be cursing the whole day.
I think it's.
You want me to talk about
all
that.
these stadiums are doing it. It's just all about.
You know, Chris, don't start. You're gonna make my blood.
No, I mean,
feel like with
I've had
Staples Center, it's
multiple
just
of my
really
stadiums change.
I understand it's part of the business.
Okay,
I understand it's part
I'm
of the
about
business,
to strangle
but...
somebody. If we keep talking about it, I'm gonna strangle one of you motherfuckers.
All right. Just record, you guys are Alex, Chris, Michael. You're not playing anything extra on the Villanova Syracuse game.
No.
Okay.
Nah, it's not personal.
All right, gotcha.
I want to go head to head against Chris in the game in basketball, but he's too much of a pussy, so it's fine.
All right, guys.
Oh, wait, hold up.
What?
Lakers play his Grizzly December 9th.
The Grizzlies gonna whoop that ass.
Chris, if you have any sack of balls in your whole body, you go ahead.
Do you want to change your bet?
December 9th. Have two bets, Chris. If you have any sack of balls,
Are you changing from the Grizzlies to the Celtic? Just a record.
I'm having two Laker bets. I'm gonna have two Laker bets. If Chris has any balls in his body, he will accept my challenge for December 9th on a Thursday.
Grizzlies money line, book it.
Lakers money line.
The Grizzlies have won 5 straight games. They don't need Ja. They're gonna whoop the Lakers' ass. 5 straight games. They have not trailed a single second. And you think they're scared of LeBron? Heck no.
Oh my God.
Book it.
You got Michael, Chris, you guys have had a lot of head-to-head bets in the past. This one might be the most epic.
It'll be a good one.
Me and Chris got two. Yo, Chris, I know you finally you have balls on your. I know you have balls, but you finally know how to use them. Congratulations. Hey, Adam.
No.
You know I goaded him into doing it. I goaded him.
No, I almost called you out of that too.
I was like, wait, Lakers play the Grizzlies? Hold up now. I gotta get my revenge.
I almost said something. I'm just trying not to do a parlay.
It's like he hates my guts.
No,
Chris,
I wanted to.
You take your parlays off, I'll take my parlay off. Winner take off.
Heck no. I'm keeping the Syracuse one.
All right, Adam. I'm gonna have a 2 parlays. I'm gonna take the Lakers Celtics one out and put Lakers Grizzlies.
All right,
so
Lakers Celtics. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it a 2 parlay on.
So I'm gonna beat Mike twice. That's crazy.
I'm gonna make Chris my bitch.
Damn.
Chris is gonna be my bitch.
They're not winning in Memphis.
Chris is gonna be my bitch, Adam.
Oh man, that's gonna be huge.
Hey, Alex. Chris is gonna be our bitch, right? Chris is gonna be our bitch. Ain't that right?
You guys will all talk. I'll let my teams do the talk on the court.
Chris, you a sweet yo Sal. You want to get into action? Help Chris out.
I'll leave y'all with that.
All right,
Should I give Chris a trading ball after he lose?
Well, one thing's for sure. I guess say one thing's pretty much guaranteed now. We're not going 0-6 in our next episode. That's pretty much the one thing that's guaranteed.
I mean, we could split. We could split.
Oh yeah, they could split.
Real possibility of that.
Imagine if Chris goes 0-2 for next episode. Chris gonna be so heartbroken. Chris be like, "Nah, son, I'm not coming in."
We gotta get our stuff together when it comes to our bets. Man, we've been sucking lately.
That's why I just tried doing one. Then Mike dared me into a parlay.
Yeah.
I couldn't say no. He questioned my manhood, so I couldn't say no.
Manhood. That's it, bro.
He called out my manhood. I had to say yes.
Okay.
I called out Chris. I was like, if Chris, you have any balls in your body.
Oh. I thought he was on Friday, so I was gonna wait. But I was like,
all right, guys. It's all for our bets, all for this episode. I'm tired today, guys.
I'll do the outro.
Yeah, you can do the outro, but I've just been tired all day, you know. Yeah,
so ladies and gentlemen.
Again, I saw Home Alone the other day. Rewatched it. One of the best Christmas movies of all time.
What a Christmas Story is the best Christmas movie of all time.
it's
a little overrated.
That's a great take, and that's a terrible take from Adam right there. But that's
I don't know. I don't know. I just never been I saw
Adam. You were telling me a Christmas movie.
A Christmas. I don't know.
I triple dog dare you to lake the pole. You're telling me that.
Oh, that's a legendary scene. Don't get me wrong. That's a legendary scene. I don't know.
Adam,
I guess
you lake a pole and your tongue gets stuck. That's
a legendary
hilarious.
I just feel like it's one of those movies where it has a lot of great moments, but the stuff that is between those doors bores me for some
movie. That's all he wanted, and then he shoots his eye out. Come on,
we've watched that movie on Christmas Day like ever since like probably the last 15 years.
Yeah, it's the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
We watch it multiple times.
There's a lot of great Christmas movies. There's Almost Christmas by Danny Glover, and then there's This Christmas with Chris Brown and all the black cast that people love. And then you got
Elf's up there. I think Elf is up there.
Elf is you got to be high to watch Elf, but that's in my favorite one. The Night Before with Seth Rogen. With Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and you got Anthony Mackie. To our viewers, for our next episode, I'm gonna smack the shit out of Adam for saying that.
All right, for our viewers, for this, post your favorite Christmas movies in the comments.
And if you think Adam's a retard for saying Home Alone's the greatest Christmas movie of all time, then he may be.
It's not it's up there for me. It's up there for me.
You say
my all-time favorite is Polar Express. It's my all-time favorite.
Polar Express is the most.
Speaking of overrated.
Ooh. Are you about to slander Polar Express live on this podcast?
Polar Express is overrated.
It is. It's like,
I mean, it's good, but it's not elite.
We'll agree to disagree. We
should have a Christmas episode. We can talk about like all the fun sporting events that happen on Christmas and movies and stuff.
Dude, that's brilliant. Even though Alex said you're gonna fuck on my parlay on the Grizzlies, which is not gonna happen. Alex, you're supposed to be on the same team with me, brother. You're supposed to be on the same team.
Just remember, I am in second place.
Alex, we're supposed to be on the same team, man. I thought me and you became my brother. We brothers, man. We're supposed to be on the same team. Chris is the enemy.
Let me say something. I'm trying to knock you out of first place.
Motherfucker. My mama said knock you out. Remember that? Mama says knock you out. I ain't gonna be out of first place, baby. I'm the king of the world. I'm in the penthouse. You guys are underneath. You are my peasants. You are my bitches, including my cousin. So all my bitches.
All right, just for the record, Mike Cunningham, if you surrender first place to a guy who admitted to cheating, then you'll never live it down. You better not let us down, my boy. You better not let us down.
No, I'd rather have Alex ahead of Mike.
Really?
Why, Chris? Why?
Mike just talks so much smack.
Here's the thing. I'm an Adam. At least you got my back, right, dog? Adam, you too? You want Alex in first place? Wow.
I got your back, Michael. Don't worry.
No, I know Chris hates low-key has pictures of me in his house. He just wants to like throw darts at me and be like, I wish I was in first place. I wish I was in first place. Fuck you, Mike. Give me my money.
I won't be satisfied until Mike.
Yeah, that's the thing. Mike, Chris is looking at Mike right now. He's in first place. And it's like, that should be me. It should have been me. I had it for so many weeks.
Just right. That week Sam sold me and I haven't bounced back since.
Nah, Chris was in first place. Sam fucked him over. I think Sam has a secret agenda against Chris.
I mean, I have missed like my last 5 bets myself.
Are we going to bring back the Chris and Sam beef conspiracy theories?
I'm going to keep blaming Sam, even though I missed my last 5 myself. But
yes, first of all, Chris was in first place until Sam picked his bet. Am I right?
I don't even know if I've not bet well myself since.
Yeah.
I think to our viewers.
All right, Michael, commence with the outro.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages that watch our show, get your game on. Starring yours truly, the Flyboy Kid, Michael Cunningham, Adam Grassani, Chris Bitch Kern, Alex Stupid Boy Rich, and Marcellus Murdock. And to our boy Chris and to our boy Sam and Cal, who couldn't be here today. I hope you guys watch our show. And get your game on. You know we like to do jokes. But we're all brothers here. So no family, no politics, no boots. I want to say thanks for watching our show. Till then, God bless your mother. Stay lit. Respect your mother, your father, all your family. Stay lit. Be blessed. And we are